Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. Looks like XRP can now be received by WordPress users through Bitvolo plugins. This came out today. It says the crypto world is enabling crypto users to use, buy, and receive cryptocurrencies in various places like a supermarket and online shopping. Likewise, Bitvolo Trustless Crypto Payment Gateway has added a plugin that enables the bloggers to receive payments in cryptocurrencies. It says here they're going to you can do it with IOTA, Stellar, XRP, and Nano right now. And it says the plugin also supports SEPA bank transfers. So what you're seeing here, people, you're seeing utility and adoption, and that's important. So now if you have a website, a WordPress website or a blog, you can now receive XRP. It's all happening, folks. We've been telling you. Okay, I wanted to give credit to XRP Wizard at WizardXRP. I did not know we had a wizard in the XRP community, but we do. At WizardXRP. So follow him or her for they're obviously doing covering into XRP and posting XRP news. That's a good one. And he or she sent me this, okay? Santander Bank says Ripple's payment network outperforms cross-border competitors. This is big, folks. Very, very big. And this is a quote. This is Anna Boten, who's the executive chairman, Santander International Banking in Madrid. She says, you can do FX transfers real-time between the UK and continental Europe. And you can actually do Poland, Brazil, and Chile through Santander for the same cost as TransferWise. And that is the reason why we need to really think about what is real reciprocity. The devil is in the details and the timing. And then goes on, with this new initiative that is already in place, we're actually covering 50% of all the FX payments that Santander Group does annually. And it works really well because the rails that we're using, which, as you say, we've collaborated with Ripple. We've been testing those for 2 years and actually with our own employees, and it works. It's safe. It's fully compliant, and obviously we've made sure we comply with all local regulations. So you're in safe hands. I mean, this is one of the largest banks in the world, people, that has been working with Ripple and is now using their OnePayFX app that is a Ripple-powered payments app. Okay, this is a monster. It's a monster, and their competitors are, you better believe they're jumping all over themselves to get on board. And it's just a matter of time before the regulations catch up to all of this, and these people start using XRP to settle. Let me get rid of those two. I wanted to give this. This is actually the second time, I think today, Ripple Red sent me this information, and she was talking about, I didn't know if Ripple Red, well, I assumed it was her, but, and then this, I guess, is her husband. Well, she sent me a message, and she said that her husband, who is XRP Steve, so in one day, I'm giving a shout out to the whole family. How about that? But she sent me a message telling me that he had gotten in touch with, I guess it's one of the major executives from Mark Carney. I don't know if he's the CEO or what of the Bank of England, but apparently he's the man. Thanks, Mark Carney, B-of-E, for the great response to my question. And what he's referring to, he linked to this. Apparently Bank of England had some kind of future forum, and XRP Steve, who I just followed, and you should too, and let me make sure I give proper credit there, at XRP Steve, and then his wife, Ripple Red, is at Block JAYNE79. Both of them are active XRP community members. I've seen them all over the place. Well, I haven't seen Steve, but I've seen her pretty active in the community, and Steve is apparently the man because he got a good response from Bank of England. How does the B of E view the increased utility of digital assets? The use of XRP through RippleNet as a bridging asset for cross-border payments and transfers. And is the B of E working towards the use of a digital asset to perform this or any monetary tasks? Mark Carney responds straight to Steve, and let's get down here to the Ripple part. I'm not going to read all this, but I wanted to read a little bit. Mark Carney, Ripple was one of the firms we worked with in 2017. For that proof of concept study, we looked at whether two transactions in different currencies could be executed simultaneously, in separate RTGS systems. We did the test by simulating the RTGS systems in the cloud. The proofs of concept are all available on the bank's website. In this case, the team was able to show that we could successfully synchronize transactions across RTGS systems. The important test is that if one of the synchronized transactions fails to go through, the other part should not go through. That shows the system is working properly and could in principle be used for cross-currency conversions. This is one of the many things that could solve the problem of slow and costly cross-border payments. At the moment, they are 10 times more expensive than domestic payments. The bank is renewing its RTGS system, the backbone of every payment in the UK, to help lower costs and increase speed. By broadening access to RTGS and improving data standards, we will reduce the reliance on so-called correspondent banks that can access our central payment systems on behalf of others and reduce the compliance costs associated with payments. I mean, this guy literally just told you that they tested with Ripple and that the test went well, and that this, once they solve this problem, it's a UK-wide problem, and it's actually a worldwide problem. So ask yourself this: if you're listening to the sound of my voice and you are not an XRP holder and you hold another digital asset, ask yourself this question: does Bank of England even know what your digital asset is? Much less have they been working with them. Ripple, I'll say it again, Ripple, these guys are the top notch. They've been at this for 5 years. They've got a 5-year head start on everyone. XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created. And these people know it. And they don't know anything about most of the 2,000 other digital assets, but they know about Ripple and they know about XRP. They are 5 years ahead of the game. 5 years. And that includes in progress, connections, and liquidity. I mean, come on, people. This is a no-brainer. Okay, moving along, but good job to XRP Steve. Next, now this is something I saw that I just had to show you. I've talked about this earlier in the week and maybe last week, and these are these yellow vest protests that are going on over in France. And these people, the economy, these people are having trouble feeding their families, and this is a flashpoint for the world, and it's in the middle of what I say is the perfect storm. The central banks have been propping up the world economies for the last 10 years, and I believe it's all coming to a head, and people are getting angry. And look at what this guy tweeted. I don't know who this is, but it says bank run this Saturday, the 12th of January at 8 a.m. And I don't know who they're referencing here. But they're trying to get a movement going. Collapse Macron government by getting your cash out from corrupted banks in France this weekend. Now this is kind of spooky, folks, but I can tell you that when these bankers and central bankers freak out over something like this, don't think for a minute they won't declare a bank holiday. I keep on bringing up Cyprus, so I tell you, remember Cyprus. If you don't believe me, type in Google Cyprus bail-in. I don't have it pulled up here. Go to Google, type in Cyprus bail-in. The bail-in model is already in place, folks, and that means they shut down the banks and they freeze your account and just shave off what they need when it comes time for bailouts. They won't be called bailouts next time. It'll be your patriotic duty, and they'll close it and they'll just shave money off the top of your bank account. Income digital assets. Look up what happened in Cyprus when they did the test run. Cyprus closed down bank accounts and they shaved money out of those people's bank accounts. In other words, they stole money out of those people's bank accounts. Look up what happened to the price of Bitcoin when they did that. It went through the roof in reaction to that. So when you see this type of thing, that is where all this ends up. And again, I tell you over and over and over, do not have your digital assets on these exchanges. You keep it in your own possession, because when something like this goes off and you have your own, and nobody can shut down your Ledger Nano S and shave money out of it. I can promise you that. And so you keep that in mind when you see things like this and you start seeing flashpoints. These are people that are becoming scared, okay? And when people get scared, some ugly things can happen. I'm going to finish this video up with a tweet from C3 Nick, because this is how we all feel right now. Crypto feels like being early to a party and waiting for the other guests to arrive. Well, I'm here to tell you, you just sit back and enjoy your drink, because this party is going to get a lot of fun really quick. It'll happen when you least expect it, and it'll happen in a second. I mean, it will. When I've been through 5 or 6 of these booms when crypto takes off, and you're already seeing flashes of it. We've seen it with Tron, we've seen it with Holochain, we've seen it with Cardano. Several of these are just flashing signs like they want to take off, and just get ready, because bear markets don't last forever. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that right now you feel like you're early to the party, and that's good. Thank you for listening.